Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, students. Before the conduction of the unit test, we have discussed about the structure of the brain, that is the cerebellum and the medulla oblongata. And today we will discuss about the spinal cord, the structure and the function of the spinal cord, that is one of the important part of the central nervous system, that is the CNS. While explaining medulla oblongata, I have told you that the medulla oblongata extend and forms the spinal cord. So spinal cord is the long tube-like structure extending from the medulla of the brain down almost the whole length of the backbone to the end of the second lumbar vertebra. That means the structure of the spinal means the part of the spinal cord started just below the medulla oblongata and runs throughout the length of the vertebral column, that is the backbone, and ends in the lumbar region. If we see the location of the spinal cord lies within the neural canal, that is the vertebral column or vertebral canal or vertebra or backbone. If we see the structure of the spinal cord is more or less H-shaped structure. H for hen, H-shaped structure. It's just H-shaped structure, and it shows the arrangement of the grey and white matter just opposite to that of the brain. In cerebrum, what we have seen that the inner region is consist of white matter while the outer region is consist of grey matter, but in spinal cord just reverse of the cerebrum, that is the outer region is consist of white matter and the inner region is consist of grey matter. So the arrangements of you can say neurons in the spinal cord is just opposite to that of the brain. As you know that the grey matter contains all the cell bodies or the cyton of the motor and the association neuron, and the white matter is consist of the axons that lies outside. If we see in detail the structure, there is a hole, there is a small central canal, there is a small hole that is called the central canal in the center, which runs the entire length of the backbone. Student, this central canal is filled with CSF, that is the cerebral spinal fluid, which acts as a shock-proof cushion and forms a medium for the exchange of the food materials, waste product, respiratory gases with the other neurons or neurons outside the body. Now student, externally the spinal cord is covered with the same three membranes. That is what are the three membranes? The dura mater, arachnoid and pia mater, that is the meninges. The brain is supported by or protected by three-layered membrane, that is meninges. Similarly, the spinal cord is also protected by three-layered membrane, that is called the meninges. Now student, if we see the function of the spinal cord, is that it controls the reflex action below the neck. Reflex action, what is reflex action? We will discuss it we will discuss in our next class. But one thing I will tell you, that all the automatic functions, that autonomous function that occurs in our body, that do not require the thinking, that do not require the brain to involve, isn't it? Is called reflex action. So the spinal cord controls all the reflexes below the neck. Spinal cord also conducts sensory impulse from the skin and the muscles to the brain. That means they are the mediator. They are the mediator between the skin and the brain. And now the third thing is that they conduct motor responses from the brain to the muscles. That means both second and the third function, you can call it the mediator. That means they are the mediator between the muscles and the brain. from the skin or the muscles, they transfer the message to the brain, and similarly the message that is sent by the brain, they receive and again send it to the muscles or skin. So these are the function of the spinal cord. Now, as you can see here, our next topic will be reflex action. Now, if you have any question regarding regarding the topic that is the spinal cord, you can ask me. Assalamu alaikum.